New tonight, troubling accusations against Columbus police after an alleged drunk driving crash. That crash left a motorcyclist with critical injuries and a female driver facing the possibility of felony charges. Glenn McIntyre is in the studio now. And Glenn, some say that driver isn't the only one to blame.
That's the question tonight, Jerry. This crash happened a week ago Friday on June 14th, and police and witnesses say the driver responsible was clearly under the influence. But 10 TV has learned police were with that driver just moments before the crash happened. And tonight, some say they could have prevented it.
John Brown calls William Stanley his best friend.
That's my brother. I love him to death.
Tonight, Stanley lies in intensive care, his prognosis uncertain. Brown says the two were riding their motorcycles June 14th. Brown had pulled ahead of Stanley when he heard a sound that sickened him.
All I heard was a noise. When I looked back, I could just see the bike exploding. Like literally explode.
Police say a vehicle pulled out in front of Stanley. With no time to react, he struck the car. The impact blew his bike apart and sent Stanley flying some 60 feet. Brown watched, horrified and helpless.
Like I wanted to catch him so bad, man, or break his fall or something. That's how high he was in the air.
He says it was clear the female driver of the car had been drinking.
You could smell the alcohol.
Columbus police say she failed a field sobriety test. But the driver's roommate says that should have been no surprise to officers because just minutes before the crash, they had been with her.
Desiree Banner was the one who called police to her home.
I have a roommate who was moving out. She's intoxicated, and I have a 7-year-old child in the house, and she's being very belligerent.
When she got here, I knew she was drinking. I already knew. I could smell it on her.
Banner says police responded to her home.
The police, when they helped her carry out the rest of her stuff, her whatever little pieces that she had, she parked right here in front of the house. I shut my door. I don't know what happened after that point. I was kind of hoping that maybe they would take her keys, lock her car, take her down, let her dry out.
But that's not what happened. Records obtained by 10 TV show police wrapped the disturbance call on Leona Avenue at 11:21. Less than a minute later and just more than a block away, the crash happened.
Do you believe this could have been prevented?
Yes, she shouldn't have been on them streets.
So I thought the whole concept of police was to protect and to serve. And you would have protected her and served her had you taken her where she was supposed to go in the state that she was in. Nobody would be hurt.
Could police have prevented this crash? Tonight, Columbus police say an internal investigation has been requested to answer that question. We are not identifying the driver of that car because at this point she's not been charged, but police tell us they are pursuing felony charges of aggravated vehicular assault. Glenn McIntyre, 10 TV News.